ZBrush for Desktop and ZBrush for iPad continue to offer professional sculpting whether you're at the studio or on the go. The anchor brush in ZBrush for Desktop receives a new bend mode, which allows users to bend the model with 2 anchor points and give a different deformation to the model than the rotate mode of the anchor brush. Users now enjoy even better rendering of sculpts thanks to improved RedShift integration in ZBrush for Desktop. AOV passes give artists greater control in compositing. With the addition of RedShift Denoiser, you can get to a final render faster without needing to raise the quality slider. You'll now see updates almost instantly when adjusting lighting and material attributes. GoZ on ZBrush for Desktop has simplified the process of sending ZBrush sculpts to the 2025 versions of Maya and 3ds Max. Creating polygroups has never been easier with Quick Polygroup. With a single click, ZBrush will analyze your mesh and apply a new polygroup based on topology flow. And now, artists will have the ability to exchange their ZBrush for iPad creations with Cinema 4D thanks to GoZ technology. Start a model in Cinema 4D and send it to ZBrush to add sculpted detail or transfer sculpts from the iPad directly into Cinema 4D, where you can add animation, simulations, and particle effects, as well as take advantage of the full power of RedShift for photorealistic and non-photorealistic rendering. We're excited to announce the introduction of Pro projects inside ZBrush for Desktop and ZBrush for iPad and Cinema 4D. The first of which features a set of holiday cookies created by Patrick Foley. Mix things up and make them your own. In November, ZBrush for iPad brought even more customization and intuitive iPad-first navigation, with new features designed to improve the user experience while continuing to simplify the interface. Take advantage of the roll feature in the Apple Pencil Pro to easily adjust the draw size, focal shift, Z intensity, or RGB intensity. On supported iPads, tooltips offer helpful guidance when hovering over any icon. Improvements to the undo history make it easier to understand and mark any undo history point to be used. To speed up brush switching, users can now add the Gizmo, Dynamesh, Sculptris Pro, Z-Remesher, Subdivision, and Live Boolean icons to the custom bottom bar. And ZBrush for iPad now also supports the same set of languages as the desktop version. ZBrush for iPad includes nearly all of the power of the full desktop application, and we're continuing to close the gap with popular features to customize surfacing. The surface noise feature in ZBrush allows you to apply procedural textures and patterns to a model's mesh or from a UV layout or 3D world, creating detailed visual noise without altering its underlying geometry. You can also use the surface noise feature to create an alpha or apply it to a sculpting brush. The Texture Map subpalette lets you apply and manage texture maps on your model to control its surface appearance using images, which is helpful when sending models to other applications. It will give the ability for a user to import a model that already has a texture map being used for color. The Displacement Map subpalette in ZBrush allows you to apply displacement maps to deform a model's geometry, adding fine surface details based on the map's intensity. The UV Map subpalette in ZBrush provides tools to generate, adjust, and manage UV coordinates that define how textures wrap around your model's surface. You can create basic auto UV unwraps and include control over map size. You can now view the unwrapped version of the model within the viewport and make sculpting and painting changes on the model while in UV flatten mode and have those changes applied to the 3D model. The Mask Adjust feature in ZBrush allows you to fine-tune the intensity and properties of an existing mask, enabling more control over how it influences the model's surface. Use the blur slider and a curve to manipulate how the mask will be adjusted. Quick Edit with Smooth Mesh options in ZBrush allows you to temporarily smooth a model's geometry while editing, providing a clearer view of surface details without permanently altering the mesh.